Are you ready for your birthday?
Yeah.
It's coming up. What kind of party do you want to have?
Encanto.
An Encanto party. Which characters should we have at your party?
Isabella, Mirabel, and Bruno, and Artanya, and Camila.
And who else?
Isabella, and Artanya, and
Julieta.
And Mirabel.
You know what? You have all of your characters out here. Let's see if you can name them.
Abuela.
An abuela.
Was that
I think we can do an Encanto party. You're going to have to help me get it all together though, okay? We're going to make a casita. And we need to make a lot of decorations, right?
let's do it.
Let's do it. Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. As you heard in the intro, we are in full party planning mode. It is birthday season here in our house, so we have a ton of birthdays coming up. All of us are like spring summer babies, so we are starting with my daughter's third birthday, and she has chose the Encanto theme. Party planning is where I feel like I'm in my bag. I love party planning. I'm a huge DIYer, and this is where I really feel like I can stretch my creative hand a little bit because I just love party planning and thinking of like creative ways to make things fun for the kids. So I'm really excited about this. This is Zia's first birthday where I feel like she has an opinion about stuff. Like the last two birthdays that she's had, I kind of was able to do whatever I wanted to do, but she really has an opinion this time. As I've been kind of scrolling Pinterest and looking for inspo, she's like right there with me like, ooh, mommy, make that, do this. So I'm kind of able to get her opinion and like see what are some things she likes and she doesn't like. And she's very opinionated, which we love sometimes. So I'm really excited about that. Overall, in general, when I plan parties, there are certain things that I like to do. The first one being stations. I love doing stations, especially with this age group. So essentially what I do is have like different activities that are out and available that the kids can just go do all at the same time. They're really young, still toddlers, 2, 3, 4, 5-year-olds. So they don't really have the patience to kind of like do one activity at a time. So we couldn't do like games really, where everybody has to wait their turn kind of thing. I don't really think that's appropriate right now necessarily. So I like to have a bunch of stations with a lot of different, like I said, games or activities out, and then they can kind of just go do their own thing throughout the entire party. So I just want to put this disclaimer out there. This video is about decor that is very affordable or things that you DIY. I'm all about doing things yourself. So again, this stuff is very time consuming to make. Some of it is time consuming to make, but they're very inexpensive. So if you're looking for someone so all of this stuff is very time consuming, but it's very inexpensive to make. So I'm all about saving money, doing things on a budget. So I like to DIY everything. I see something, I'm like, oh, I can do that. So that might be my toxic trait, but I definitely think I can make or like some version of whatever it is that I see on Pinterest or on TikTok or on YouTube. So I like to do things myself. Again, very inexpensive for the most part, but time consuming. So if you're someone that likes to like buy or pay for things out of convenience, this is not necessarily gonna help you. This video is not gonna help you because this is not something that, like I don't really pay for convenience. I think I can do it myself. And then I like that I can do it myself because I can customize it specifically to my vision. Encanto is the first party that is based on like an actual movie or like actual characters where I feel like I have to kind of follow the storyline. Zia's first birthday was like a garden bug. It was called Zia's Garden Wonderland. So it was like garden bugs and stuff like that. Her second birthday was an aquarium fish theme, like ocean theme. And again, like this year is the first year that I had to really go based off of like a movie and kind of be accurate to the movie. So I wanted to do stations based off of like each of the characters. I wanted to have a Bruno station where they did some kind of like sand activity. I wanted to have a Luisa station that was like a gym. We called it Luisa's training gym, where They had like a balance beam and like a slide, and they had like these little weights that they can do. So more like about, you know, her strength and things like that, because that's her gift. And so we had an Isabella like garden station based off of like, you know, flowers and gardening and things like that. And then I had Antonio station, which was a tree house. We had the party at my mom's house and they just happened to have like this tree house. And so I feel like, you know, Antonio, jungle animal kind of thing, the tree house worked out for that. And then I wanted to have a Mirabelle station, which was like a gift shop. In the story, the whole movie's about like gifts and what are your gifts, right? And so she doesn't really have a gift. So I thought that it would be really cool to have like this gift shop where the kids can pick and choose things that they wanted to buy. That will be in a later video about how I put the gift shop together and the things that I got for that. When I was like editing this video, it was just like too long. It was just too much stuff. So this particular video is just on some of the DIY decor that I did. And then again, like I'll get into everything as far as the gift shop in the next video. So in this video, we're gonna go over some of the DIYs that I did to kind of create this Encanto party. First thing that I saw on TikTok are these life-size character cutouts. As soon as I saw this, I love this. And I was like, I have to have a cutout of all the characters. I think that would be so fun to really bring the party to life when you can see the different characters, particularly because I have all these different stations based off of the characters. So I thought it would be cute to put the characters next to each of the station. And so in the TikTok that I was seeing, what they were doing was finding the picture that they wanted to use, and then they were enlarging it to like a life size, you know, 3 foot, 4 foot size, and then sending it to their local Walgreens, CVS, things like that to print on like this huge print paper, cutting it out and attaching it to a board. That's essentially what it was. When I started finding the pictures and started like getting my order together to do that, they were trying to charge me like close to $20, sometimes even $30 because of the size per character. So I was like, I'm not about to spend $200 just on this particular decor. I think it would have maybe looked more professional had I done it that way, but I was like, no, I'm not spending that kind of money on that. So I decided to just create these life-size characters myself. So what I did is I chose to hand paint the characters. I bought a projector and I was able to project onto, you know, the wall, the size of the character, depending on how close or how far I put the projector. And then I put paper down, butcher paper, which was only like $4 for a whole roll. And I didn't even use the whole roll for all the different characters. And then I just traced onto the butcher paper, outlined everything according to the picture. And then I painted everything, you know, matched up the pictures or matched up the colors and then painted everything. And then at the end, I outlined everything again with an acrylic paint pen, which I feel like that is the key. Outlining is the key. It just pulled everything together to make it look so nice. The main thing for this is just to make sure you choose pictures that are like 2D, that don't have any shading or anything like that. I mean, unless you're an artist and you can do shading, I am not. This was basically just like an enlarged coloring book, but with paint. So all I had to do, I found pictures that didn't have any shading. I put it up there and then I just like found the colors that I needed, or like, you know, mixed colors to find the color. And then I just painted in the lines. Thankfully, Miguel helped me a lot with this. He enjoyed painting. Well, I don't know. It's not really painting. It's just like fill in the lines, but it was really soothing and I liked it too. It was really nice at night. We kind of just spent a lot of time painting together and like doing the stuff together instead of like watching TV and stuff. So it ends up being kind of nice to spend that time together. Again, very time consuming, but very affordable. So if you're like looking for characters, looking for something enlarged, this is a great option for you for your parties.
Oh. What do you think about this for the bottom one?
Let's see it. Yeah, looks good.
Close enough, right?
Daddy on painting duties.
The things I do for my child.
The things we do for our children, for real, for real.
Oh, Lord, I'm so tired.
The party is almost here.
Do you think she's gonna appreciate this when she's older and understands everything?
I don't think she gets it now, but I definitely think when
Show
she's
this to her
older.
when she starts being ungrateful?
I think so, because I really like look back and I appreciate like everything, you know, my mom did for me, like my parties and stuff like that. Like I really do look back like
But is she gonna remember her third birthday?
I don't know if she'll remember the party, but I think if she looks back
I don't remember my third birthday.
On it, she'll like remember, like, you know, if she sees pictures or whatever, or
right.
In general, she'll be like, oh wow, like
My parents really did that.
Yeah, I think so, because I really do. Like, that's why I love birthdays and birthday parties so much, is because they were a big deal to me. You know what I mean? They were like introduced to me as such a big deal. I guess, like growing up, like we were really in.
You take birthdays very seriously.
I do take birthdays really seriously, because it's like the one day for you.
Yeah, but at a certain point, it's like, okay, it's just another day.
That's how you feel about it. It's never just another day for me. It's my day. Like, the world celebrates you. You deserve to be celebrated.
I think I do. But...
Oh, I'm not talking about you specifically.
Oh, for sure. Oh,
I mean, yeah, you do on your birthday, but I'm just saying in general. Like,
you take the whole month of April to celebrate.
I do.
It's like overkill.
Because I deserve it.
These beautiful strokes. I might try to get into painting.
We've seen your painting skills, sir.
That was like 7 years ago.
This is just like fill in the blank painting, though. This is not like from scratch, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're just filling in what I drew, or what I traced, not even drew.
Painting is painting.
So you want to do this, you just want like a coloring book, basically, is what you're saying. You don't want to like come up with something on your own.
No, I want a blank canvas.
Okay.
See what I create. And then I think
I would love to see that. All right, let's have a paint night soon. Paint date night soon.
End up in an art show somewhere, maybe. Who knows? Could be hidden talent.
No, we've seen it, though. I've seen you paint before. It's not a hidden talent.
Right, but this was years ago.
I don't think
That you're
that's...
talking about.
I feel like it's a skill you either, like, learn, like, you practice at it, or it's, like, innate, but it's not something, like, you don't practice at it, and then all of a sudden you get good at.
Hey, miracles happen. I could develop a Van Goghian type touch overnight, you never know.
Okay. I'm gonna leave your self-esteem intact tonight, so...
I mean, look at this. This is beautiful, isn't it?
You didn't create this, though, is what I'm saying. Like, you're doing a good job of staying in the lines. Kinda. I mean...
Okay, you don't need to...
Do we really need to comment on that? Maybe not.
On which
Maybe
part?
Like, what is this?
Well, look
Bro, what is that?
Listen. Look at the picture of it. It's hard to...
Let me see. Why didn't you just follow the lines that I had? No, what? This butterfly? Hold on, I can't even... And that's what you did with it?
Mm-hmm.
Sir, I just think this is not for you, but it's okay. Let's just finish this first, and then we can discuss whether or not painting is for you, because for tonight, it's for you. Second thing that I saw on Pinterest were these table skirts that were kind of fiesta skirt themed, and I really loved the idea of that. If you've seen the movie, the characters have like their own specific colors, and I thought it'd be really cute to make these tablecloths to match the characters. There's Xavier in the background. And so I wanted to do 2 different table skirts. I wanted to do a Mirabelle one and a Isabella one. All I did with this, very inexpensive again, was I went to the 99-cent store and I got different tablecloths. The tables that we had were 6 feet long and 30 inches in height. And so I just did 3 different layers. I did a 10-inch, a 20-inch, and a 30-inch. And all you had to do is I cut them according to size, and then I created pleats by just like folding them. And then I just taped them. I put tape on to the pleats so that they would stay basically. I just used, like packing tape pretty much. I did that for each 3 of the layers, and then I taped them all together. So that was a very, again, affordable way to just level up your decor. And again, everything cost, I don't even know, less than, what was it, 3 layers? I don't know. It was just like less than $15 for sure for the 2 tables. And I think it just really brought together the tables. And I got a lot of compliments for that. So as I was like getting this party together, kind of last minute, I was like, oh my gosh, what is Dia gonna wear? Her favorite character is actually Isabella. It's not Mirabelle, who's the main character. And so when I started looking for outfits, at first I was like, okay, we'll just get the costume, but then, I don't know, the costumes were just looking so cheap. Like, I hate that costumey cheap material. And I was just like, I don't really love this at all. And so I decided that I wanted to do more of like an inspired outfit rather than like the actual costume. And like I said, Dia's favorite character is not Mirabelle, it's Isabella. And she was very adamant about wearing like Isabella stuff. She did not want Mirabelle. We tried to be like, are you sure? Like, this would be so cute with the glasses and bow. And she was just like, no, listen, if it's not Isabella, it's not for me. So I was like, okay, what can I do to kind of create this Isabella inspired outfit? I started looking, for inspo all over the place. I could not find an Isabella only outfit that was not the costume for the life of me. I saw some really cute stuff like Mirabelle, or like all 3 sisters, and she did not want that. She just wanted Isabella. This is a 3-year-old, but she has such a huge opinion about stuff, which, I think will serve her great later in life, but she's very opinionated, which actually I do love that about her, but, sometimes it can be hard when I'm like trying to convince her, like, how about this or how about that? And she's just like, no, Isabella only. So what my baby wants, my baby gets. It's her birthday. So what I decided to do is I was looking at different pictures. I saw this particular picture here. I'm going to insert it right here of the whole entire Encanto family. And I was like, okay, this could be something. We can do something like this. But then, I don't know. It was just like an iron-on. And I felt like, again, she was just like, I just want Isabella. So I was like, maybe I'll just print Isabella onto the iron-on paper. And then I'll just iron Isabella on. But it just wasn't giving birthday, like this is my birthday elevated look. So I was like, continued scrolling, and I just saw something about like painted jean jackets. I've seen them in person too. I think painted jean jackets are really dope. So I was like, okay, that's it. I want to paint her jacket. So I did the same concept as I did for the life-size pictures. Is I just found a jacket, and then in my head I started kind of designing some things. I went to Hobby Lobby to get some like letters because I wanted to personalize it a little bit, some iron-on letters, and then I wanted to paint the rest of it. And so what I did was I basically, like I said, I basically did the same exact thing as I did in the life-size pictures. Is I just created like a background, like a white background with paint, and then I just zoomed all the way in basically for this picture. I outlined everything and then I painted it, and it was such a huge hit. I loved it. She loved it, which was the most important thing. I think it was just such a nice touch to where you could tell, like, it was very Isabella focused, which again is her favorite, but also it didn't look tacky to me, which is like, I don't know. I just like, I'm not here for, like, again, if you know that like cheap costumey stuff, like I'm just not a huge fan of that. So I think this kind of got the point across, like Isabella, but then it still was like a cute birthday outfit. And then again, I could personalize it. Like her name was on it. It's something like she wants to wear it now. We could wear it to Disneyland, which I think is really cool. And she still talks about the jacket or puts it on, all the time. Okay, so I'm gonna paint this jacket for Zia. It's just, I'm gonna paint Isabella. That's her favorite character. So I mixed a little bit of white and I'm gonna make like a background, and then I added some of this fabric medium. And I'm just gonna start painting like an oval on here. I kind of already started. We're just gonna paint the background, and then I am going to do the same thing that I did for the big characters by like projecting the picture that I'm gonna paint onto here. And then I'm gonna trace it and paint it as well. Okay, so once again, I have her jacket. I just painted this white oval around it, and then I am using this projector that I bought to project on the image. This is the same Isabella picture that we have blown up, and I'm just gonna trace this out, and then I'm gonna hand paint it onto the jacket. As you can see, I'm on the kids' play mat doing this on the ground. I'm just gonna basically take my just acrylic paint here, and then again I have the fabric medium that I'm gonna mix with it, and then I'm just gonna get to painting. So those are kind of the 3 big things I wanted to talk about in the video today. If you're still here, thanks for watching. If you have any questions about any of this stuff, again, this is not really, like I did it as a tutorial. I'm not an expert in anything. Party planning in general for me is just like, I get this vision in my head and I have to execute it according to my vision. I am a perfectionist in a lot of ways, so that is challenging, but I'm working on it. But I think definitely, like, I love party planning. Again, this is like really where I feel like, I don't know, I love it so much. I wish I could do this like for real. But anyway, if you found any of this helpful, please hit that like button, leave a comment. If you have any questions about anything, please comment down below. And definitely subscribe if you haven't. I have another video coming out for, you know, the other part of the, Xavier wants to say hi. I have another video coming out with the like stuff about the gift shop. It was a huge success. Shout out to all of our friends and family that came and that made it so memorable. Zia is literally still talking about that party. It has been like at least a week, almost 2 weeks now, I think, since the party. And she literally every day still talks about her Encanto party and when are we going back. And I'm like, girl, you have a whole nother year to wait. But coming up this summer is gonna be Xavier's first birthday, which I think is gonna be so much fun. I already am coming up with stuff for that and hopefully gonna be starting that soon. I'm not gonna wait till the last minute like I do every single year. But as far as DIYs and party planning, that's something I definitely want to continue on my channel. It's something that I feel like I'm really passionate about. So yeah, like again, like, subscribe if you haven't, and thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.